নমস্কার বন্ধুরা, আমি আশা করি তোমরা সবাই ভালো আছো এবং সুস্থ আছো। আজকে আমরা ত্রিপুরা চ্যানেলের এই ভিডিওটিতে ত্রিপুরা সিভিল সার্ভিসেসের টপার টক সিরিজের লাস্ট ভিডিওতে চলে এসেছি, যেখানে আমরা ত্রিপুরা সিভিল সার্ভিসেসের র্যাঙ্ক হোল্ডার নাম্বার 16 অভিষেক চক্রবর্তীর সাথে কথাবার্তা বলবো। আজকের ভিডিওটি লাস্টের জন্য বলছি যে আমরা ডিফারেন্ট ফ্লেভার্সে ডিফারেন্ট ওয়েতে এবং ডিফারেন্ট পার্সপেক্টিভে তোমাদের এক্সপিরিয়েন্সদের যে ইউনিক কোয়ালিটি সেটা তুলে ধরার চেষ্টা করেছি। আজকে আমরা টপার টকের ফাইনাল একটা ভিডিওতে আজকে অভিষেক চক্রবর্তী থেকে জানার চেষ্টা করব হোয়াট ওয়াজ হিজ বেসিক মোটিভেশন, হোয়াট ওয়াজ হিজ ওয়ে অফ পারফর্মিং অ্যান্ড হাউ ডিড হি বেসিকলি ওভারকাম দিস হার্ডল অফ ত্রিপুরা সিভিল সার্ভিসেস। আমি আশা করি তোমাদের এই পুরোটা সিরিজ খুবই ভালো লেগেছে, অ্যান্ড ইফ ইউ হ্যাভ লাইক দ্য কন্টেন্ট অফ ত্রিপুরা চ্যানেল, ডেফিনেটলি ইউ উইল শেয়ার অ্যান্ড সাবস্ক্রাইব টু আওয়ার চ্যানেল। এখন আমি ভিডিওটি শুরু করছি, ভালোভাবে জিনিসটা বোঝার চেষ্টা করো। অভিষেক হ্যাজ বিন ভেরি ক্রিস্প, হি হ্যাজ গিভেন ভেরি সিম্পল বাট ভেরি ইম্প্যাক্টফুল অ্যান্সার্স। আমি তোমাদেরকে সবাইকে বলবো যে ওর পয়েন্ট অফ ভিউটা নোট করার তোমরা সবাই চেষ্টা করো। এখন আমি ভিডিওটি শুরু করছি। ওভার টু অভিষেক।
So Abhishek, we start now. Yeah. So Abhishek, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Am I
Okay.
audible?
Yeah, you're audible also. Okay. So what I was asking was that, not asking, first of all, I should congratulate you on your incredible feat that you have got excise and then now you have cracked Tripura Civil Services. So before we go to the details of your, journey, I want to understand a little bit about your background. I mean, from where you started in terms of your education qualifications and all.
Okay. So I had done my class 12th from Sri Krishna Mission School in
Okay.
Agartala. And
Okay.
after that, I have completed my graduation in civil engineering from Heritage Institute of Technology, Kolkata.
Okay.
And I have graduated in 2020.
Okay.
And from 2020 onwards, my journey for TCS TPS started,
Okay.
which eventually I gave the mains exam, then the interview, and eventually the result came out last day.
Okay. So this was your first attempt in civil services.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was my first.
Okay. So Abhishek, first thing that I wanted to ask you is, like, you are an engineer, right? Obviously. So you did not try to go to your core discipline. I mean, what motivated you or what drove you towards like government job or civil services?
Okay. First of all, there are two reasons behind choosing the path of TCS.
Okay.
First is my father is a retired police inspector.
Mm.
So that one motivated me to come into civil service. He was always suggesting me that after completion of my degree, I should be trying to come into the civil service or the police service, whichever I preferred.
Okay.
One is that, and another one is also because of the much more availability of TPSC related jobs
Okay.
than as compared to TES jobs.
Mhm.
At the time which I graduated, I thought of choosing one path. Either I will be going for TCS, TPS, or I will be going for TES. I will not be standing on two boats.
Mm.
So I chose that I will be going for TCS, and that's why I came to this field.
Okay. So before TCS, obviously you have joined as an excise right now, and you are serving right now. So
Yes.
the first job of yours was like excise, or before that also you joined somewhere?
No, it was my first job in excise.
Okay, your first job in excise. So how did you basically prepare for Tripura Civil Services? Is there anything specific that you did, or generally whatever was going on in the market, that is what you picked?
Okay. My preparation, what I would say, from day one, I was very much focused on the whatever you say, what the syllabus.
Hmm.
So it was the blueprint of my total study or whatever I have studied. The blueprint was based on the TCS mains and TCS prelim syllabus.
Hmm.
So I took out prints of the syllabus and I studied whatever was mentioned there specifically to that point.
Hmm.
And I tried to complete the syllabus within a year or a year and a half, the main syllabus and the prelims also,
Hmm.
and keep revising it. So that was the blueprint of my preparation.
So first you started with the mains, or you started with the prelims in that way?
I started with the part which is common in both the mains and prelims part. Like you see the polity part, that is common there.
Hmm.
Then the modern history part,
Hmm.
then the geography part, and economy part. So these four the generally I started mainly for prelims preparation. I started first of all, and then when I gathered a basic idea about the four subjects, I started moving on towards the mains
Means
preparation.
part. Okay. Okay. And like, how was your experience with the prelims when the paper came?
Yeah, prelims went pretty good.
Prelims went pretty good. Do you recall how much you have scored?
My score was about 130, 33 around like that.
Okay, so it was a fairly good score. And how much time you basically devoted for the mains part?
Actually, I was whenever I was preparing for mains, I took around sections. So by section, I used to study and I used to write questions and answers. I used to practice question answers. So in a day, it was not fixed. But when I started studying for mains, at that time, almost my prelims preparation was done. So at that time, I used to study around 6 hours on average, you can say.
Yeah, means I mean the duration I was asking, like, since how many months you basically dedicated for mains that way?
That way, if I say complete, actually the thing is, I cannot completely say that I've dedicated 7 months or 8 months because the TCS prelims notification came in back in June 2022, and after then, when the prelims exam happened, there was a long gap between the mains exam, right? In between, the combined mains also came. So it was more than a year. I studied for mains.
Yeah, you studied for more than a year. And we have though gone through your interview experience. Can you just, for the listeners, can you just elaborate on what facts do you feel when they try to interview you, the panel?
Okay, seeing by attending both the interviews of exercise and the TCS TPS interview, I've seen that mostly they try to see whether the candidate is confident enough while he's sitting in front of the panel. They try to check whether you are confident enough, whether your values and whatever ethics you are having, whether you will be adhering to them or you will be straying off. They will give you certain situations. They do put us in certain situations where they try and check whether the candidate is having proper ethical values or not, and be little bit up to date with the current affairs and all.
Between your exercise and TCS, which interview did you feel was the better one?
I would say both the interviews are same, but I would say the exercise one was much better.
Okay, the exercise one was much better. Okay, so now coming back to a very cliche question, but the purpose of this video is like that. Now, if anyone is starting preparing for any civil services or for the state government exams, you are one person who cracked two exams in their first attempts, right? So, what would be your suggestion to new aspirants that way?
Okay, like whoever is starting it, say for the first time they are starting preparation, I would say first of all you should have a very focused target on what you want to achieve. You should not stray from that. If you are targeting for TCS TPS, no, there will be ups and downs in the journey, but you should always be focused. That you should never lose hope, and you should embrace the ups and downs that you will face in the journey. So starting with a focused mind, and then mainly focusing on the syllabus. The syllabus should be your blueprint of the total journey. If you focus on the syllabus, the questions will come from it, and eventually you will be able to secure 60% marks in any exam. And 60% marks is the cutoff. If you see basically in any TPSC conducted examination, 60% marks becomes the cutoff for general.
Correct.
So focusing on the syllabus, starting gradually by whatever topic you are reading, you should know the basic details and also in-depth learning of that particular topic. Finish topic by topic of the syllabus. Eventually, within a phase of a year and a half, you will get a good grasp of the complete syllabus. And then if you keep revising, if you keep giving mock exams, you can brush yourself and more polish yourself towards your goal.
ওকে, এবং অভিষেক একটা পার্সোনাল লেভেলে যদি কোয়েশ্চেন জিজ্ঞেস করা হয়, অবভিয়াসলি কোনো এক্সপিরিয়েন্স যখন প্রিপারেশন স্টার্ট করে ওদের অনেক আনসার্টেনটি ফেস দিয়ে ওরা যায়। অবভিয়াসলি এভরিডে ইজ নট দ্য সেম অ্যাজ ইউ নো, সামডে ইট ইজ হাই, সামডে ইট ইজ লো। দেয়ার মাস্ট বি ফেজেস যে তুমিও হয়তো লো ফিল করেছো ওভারঅল। How did you feel like overcoming these kind of phases where you felt low?
আপস এন্ড ডাউনস তো ছিলই, লো অনেক সময় অনেকবারই ফিল করতাম লো, বাট তখন ওই নিজের ভেতরে সেই টার্গেটটাকে অ্যাচিভ করার সেলফ মোটিভেশনটা খুবই থাকা দরকার। Once you feel low, you have to get self motivated rather than searching for motivation here and there. It should be there in your mind, whether that you want to achieve the target, you want to become a TCS officer or a TPS officer one day. So it is getting self motivated day by day, like, and also gaining knowledge. Whatever you are studying at a particular day, you will be getting a 1% knowledge also. That should bring happiness to you, that you are 1% closer to achieving your target.
That's a very good thing. And lastly, before we finish, I want to understand, do you believe in any philosophy or anything in your life that you also use during your preparation or something like that? Any ideas that you have which you want to share with the audience?
I would say just two things about that. First is like be confident. Be confident in your approach. Be confident with yourself. If one is not confident within oneself, then it will be very much tough to achieve success in this sort of exams. Because confidence is required whenever you are writing an answer. Confidence is required whenever you are even marking a single MCQ question. If you are not confident, you will get confused and you will make a mistake. And second one is one needs to be very patient throughout the journey. The journey will be long, the journey will be tough, but you need to be very patient and trust the process. It will get boring, but people will just have to repeat and repeat and repeat daily, and eventually within a year or two, you will get a good grasp over everything, and you will feel confident, and from within yourself, it will come that I will be able to crack the examination.
Okay, Abhishek, it was very nice speaking to you, and I wish you all the best from the bottom of my heart for your new service.
Thank you
And
very much, sir.
I would also would ask you to look into the UPSC part, because from what I've seen from the pro forma of the candidates, you have been quite confident, and your hit ratio is 100%. So you never know until and unless we try to give something in the
Yeah.
future. So
Surely, I'll
definitely
do
you
that.
try to look into that if it is possible within your busy schedule.
Surely, sir. I'll give it a try.
Okay, all the best for your future. Thank you very
Thank you very much.
much.